Yes, good morning, Evan.
Njanji, just give us the expectation of this morning. How will matters proceed courtside?
Yes, Evan, there's a hive of activity here outside the North Gauteng High Court. The media getting themselves ready to come and cover these proceedings. As you know, that there's a lot of controversy regarding to that safe passage that was given to the Sudanese President Omar Al-Bashir last week. As I speak to you right now, we understand that the proceedings will be getting underway just after 11. I haven't seen as yet any of the role players, but we understand that the proceedings will be starting just after 11.
Now, in Parliament last night in Njanji, we saw several ANC MPs come forth and said that the ANC should withdraw, and that's the sentiment. Do you think that this sentiment of the ANC's withdrawal from the ICC will make or form part of some sort of defence?
Well, it remains to be seen today what sort of presentations are going to be made by state lawyers today. But just watching the proceedings from last week, it was quite shocking when we were watching that court hearing live, as that state lawyer was saying that as far as he knows, the Sudanese president was still here in the country, when other media was already tweeting and releasing information that he had actually left. But he gave his word to the court, saying that according to the Home Affairs Director General, Omar Al-Bashir was still in the country. But I think it also put to test the independence of the judiciary in the country. And then here we are seeing that conflict situation between the courts and the state. But as you heard already, there are already sentiments to the effect that South Africa might withdraw from the International Criminal Court. There's been concern that some of these countries that have been pushing for the arrest of Omar Al-Bashir are not even signatories to the Rome Statute. Yeben.
Njanji, the ICC has seen, Gwede Mantashe earlier in the week said the ICC has become a tool for the strong to continually oppress the weak. That is the sentiment. Yes, but also then tell us the outcomes of today either way. What do you see?
Yes, those are very strong words indeed. And I mean, the ANC, the stance that he has taken, really it says a lot about what they think of the International Criminal Court. You'll recall that so far, when you look at the track record of the International Criminal Court, none of the leaders or people who have committed war crimes from the so-called the Western world have been tried by the ICC. We've seen mostly people from the African continent being tried by the ICC. So those are some of the concerns that have been raised by the African leaders. And we also know the issue of Omar Al-Bashir having been invited here, not necessarily by the South African government, but he was here under the auspices of the African Union. The African Union saying that all the leaders were given diplomatic unity. In past instances, we've seen people that are being sought for war crimes going to the United Nations right there in New York, those people not being arrested. But questions were asked, why is Omar Al-Bashir when he was here in South Africa, and now there's this call for his arrest, Yeben?
Njanji, I thank you for that update. Njanji is live outside the court. We'll be live inside the court at 10 o'clock this morning on this very channel to bring you, the judge's reasoning, and we'll stay in court for as long as proceedings continue this morning. How do you view it? Is it political opportunism by opposition parties here in South Africa? What has the ICC become? The argument put forward by Gwede Mantashe a little bit earlier in the week was that it's become a tool for the strong to oppress the weak. your views at SABC Newsroom. That's where we want you to interact with us on this very platform. We love your comments. We love your pictures more. Send it. We'll try and put it up a little bit later in the show.